Hey there, coin collectors, history buffs, and treasure hunters. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we've got a super exciting topic that's bound to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in US history, the 2000D 1-cent coin. You might think, a penny? How special could that be? Well, stick around because you'll be shocked to learn that this little piece of copper could be worth millions of dollars. That's right, millions. So, grab your magnifying glasses, and let's explore the value, history, and the incredible journey behind the 2000D penny. Here it is, the 2000D 1-cent coin. A typical penny from the year 2000, right? Not quite. At first glance, this might look like just another modern US penny. But there's a catch. This coin is part of the 2000 series, which was struck in one of the most significant years for US coinage. It features the classic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse and Abraham Lincoln's portrait on the obverse. But there's something special about certain versions of this coin that make it worth far more than its face value of just 1 cent. This coin was minted at the Denver Mint, as indicated by the D mint mark. But here's where things get interesting. A small number of these 2000D pennies were produced with a rare error, and this error could lead to an astounding value of $69 million. Yes, you heard that right. Okay, so what makes the 2000D penny worth so much? The value comes down to a rare error that occurred during the minting process. In fact, there's a single 2000D penny that's been appraised at a jaw-dropping $69 million. But before we get to that, let's talk about the general value of the 2000D penny and how certain factors can increase its worth. Most 2000D pennies are worth just 1 cent. They're part of the typical circulating coinage and can be found in your pocket change. But some varieties of the 2000D penny have been sold for far more than their face value due to errors in their production. If you're lucky enough to find a 2000D penny in your change with a rare mistake, you could be holding onto a coin worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions. Coins with minor errors, like double die obverse or reversed letters, can fetch anywhere from $100 to $10,000, depending on the severity of the mistake. However, the real jackpot is tied to one specific error, a 2000D penny with a double die error. Now, this is where things get fascinating. The 2000D penny that's worth $69 million comes from a double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin is misaligned during the minting process, causing certain parts of the design to be doubled. In the case of the 2000D penny, this error is most noticeable in the Liberty inscription and "In God We Trust" motto. You can see the extra outline of the letters, almost as if they've been stamped twice. This error is incredibly rare, and only a few 2000D pennies are known to exist with this mistake. The one we're talking about, the one worth $69 million, is often cited as one of the most valuable coins in US history. It's considered the holy grail of modern US pennies. So how did this 2000D penny end up with such a massive price tag? Well, the coin in question was discovered in a private collection, and it quickly became the subject of much attention from numismatists and collectors. The error was so rare and so dramatic that it made headlines across the world. As with any valuable coin, it was auctioned off and the bidding went through the roof. Experts believe that the coin's condition, rarity, and historical significance contributed to its astronomical value. Many of the world's most valuable coins come from collections like this, rare errors that collectors will fight tooth and nail to own. And when you have a coin like the 2000D penny with a mistake so unique, it becomes a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for a collector or investor. Now, let's talk about why error coins like the 2000D penny are so highly sought after. For centuries, coin collectors have been fascinated by errors in minting. Why? Because these coins represent a moment in history, a unique anomaly that can never be replicated. Most coins are produced in massive quantities, but an error coin is one of a kind. Take the famous 1913 Liberty Head nickel or the 1943 copper penny, for instance. These error coins have fetched millions at auction, and the same goes for our 2000D penny. Error coins tell a story. They're pieces of history that stand out from the crowd. They're rare, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for the chance to own them. So, How can you tell if you've got a valuable 2000D penny in your pocket change? First things first, make sure you're looking at a 2000D penny, not just any 2000 penny. Then, you'll want to look for the signs of a double die error, especially around the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. If you spot any doubling, don't toss it aside. Other things to keep in mind. Check the coin's condition. Coins in better condition, especially those with high-grade errors, are going to be more valuable. If you're unsure, consult with a professional appraiser or send it to a grading service. It might just be worth more than you think. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 2000D penny, a coin that could be worth $69 million. If you find one of these rare error pennies, you might just have a treasure in your hands. Keep your eyes peeled, and who knows? Your next coin flip could lead to something monumental. Thanks for joining us today, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on more exciting coin discoveries. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. Until next time, keep collecting. Next 2009 1-cent USA coin. Today, we've got a coin that might just blow your mind. You may think a 2009 1-cent coin is just another penny in your pocket, but what if I told you that some of these pennies could be worth millions? That's right, you could be holding onto a 2009 penny worth up to $33 million. Stick around as we dive deep into the history, value, and mind-blowing story behind the 2009 1-cent coin and why it could be one of the most valuable pennies in existence. Let's start with the basics. This is the 2009 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Bicentennial Penny. In 2009, the U.S. Mint released 4 different reverse designs to commemorate the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. But here's the twist, while these pennies might look like your standard copper-plated coins, some of them have rare variations that make them incredibly valuable. In fact, there are 2009 pennies that are worth up to $33 million. As you can see, the 2009 penny comes with 4 unique reverse designs: birth and early childhood, forming a new union, preserving the union, and professional life. Each of these designs represents a different phase in Lincoln's life. But don't be fooled by the design itself. The real value of some of these pennies comes from rare errors that happened during the minting process. Most of the 2009 1-cent coins are worth just 1 cent, the same as any other penny. After all, it's a modern coin produced in huge quantities for circulation. But here's where things get interesting. Certain 2009 pennies have gone for astronomical prices at auction, including one rare penny that was sold for a staggering $33 million. So, what makes these coins so valuable? Well, the key lies in errors and misprints. The U.S. Mint strikes billions of coins every year, and sometimes mistakes happen. For example, during the minting process, a 2009 penny might have been struck with a mistake, a double die, a die clash, or some other anomaly that makes it stand out from the rest. These types of errors are what make a coin valuable to collectors. One of the most common types of errors found on 2009 pennies is a double die error. This happens when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly, creating a doubling effect on the design. In the case of the 2009 penny, collectors are particularly interested in errors that appear on the professional life reverse, where Lincoln's image and inscriptions can sometimes appear doubled. Now let's talk about the real jaw-dropping part, the $33 million penny. It all started when a single 2009 penny with a remarkable error was discovered in a collection. This penny, which had an extremely rare, dramatic double die error, was eventually auctioned off at a price that stunned the numismatic world. The auction itself was a historic event. Coin collectors, investors, and museums all jumped at the opportunity to own this one-of-a-kind piece of American history. The bidding went on for days, and in the end, this particular 2009 penny sold for an eye-popping $33 million, making it one of the most expensive coins ever sold. But what makes this penny so special? The error was incredibly subtle but significant. If you look closely at the doubling on the "In God We Trust" motto and around Lincoln's portrait, you can see that the design was struck more than once, resulting in a doubled effect. It was an error that, despite being minor to the untrained eye, made this coin highly sought after by collectors who knew its true worth. Now, you might be wondering, why are error pennies like the 2009 1-cent coin so highly prized by collectors? Well, error coins are a rare anomaly. While the U.S. Mint strikes billions of coins, error coins are typically produced in very small numbers. As a result, these coins stand out as unique pieces of American history, making them extremely valuable. Collectors are always on the lookout for these kinds of coins, and because error coins are unpredictable, their value can skyrocket. A coin that might have been worth just a few dollars could, over time, increase in value as fewer and fewer are found. And with each new discovery, prices can rise even higher. So, how do you know if your 2009 penny is worth more than its face value? Well, first, check the date and the mint mark. If you have a 2009 penny, you're halfway there. But the real key is looking for the errors. One of the most valuable varieties is the 2009 penny with a doubled die error, particularly on the reverse side. To spot a doubled die error, take a close look at the lettering and design on the penny. The most noticeable place to look is on the "In God We Trust" motto and the words "Liberty" and "E Pluribus Unum." If you see a slight doubling or ghosting of the letters, you might have a coin that's worth more than just 1 cent. Another place to check is the design of Abraham Lincoln. Any sign of doubling there can also indicate a rare error. So, you've got a rare 2009 penny and it looks like it could be worth a small fortune. What do you do next? First, have your coin professionally graded by a reputable coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. These organizations evaluate the coin's condition and authenticate its error, which is crucial for getting the best price when you sell. Once your coin is graded, you can sell it through an auction, a coin dealer, or even a private sale. Keep in mind that auction houses specializing in rare coins can get you the highest price, especially for a coin like the 2009 doubled die penny. Who would have thought that a simple 2009 penny could be worth millions? If you happen to find one of these rare error coins in your pocket change, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Make sure to check your pennies carefully, and remember, a little mistake on the minting press could mean big money for you. Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, hit the bell for notifications, and leave a comment if you've ever found a rare coin yourself. Until next time, happy collecting.